some teachers just don't expect that something this bad could happen to someone this small. They're just scared that it's going to escalate it instead of like de-escalating it if they do tell like an adult about it. If you say something about it, it doesn't count as bullying. You're considered like an overreactor or a liar.
Your parents will grow up without, social media. When I was growing up, we didn't even have internet. But you guys, you grow up with devices, with social media. Do you think that makes huge difference and create some stress for you guys, which we didn't experience when we were younger?
Yeah, I feel like social media has definitely had a big impact on like the way we perceive things and like how we do stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's like social media, like you see through everyone's lives through a screen and you picture them in this like impossible perfect way when it's not really that. So we create our own insecurities through that. And
last year, the Australian government brought in a social media ban for children under 16, right? Do you think it's working the way it was intended to?
Definitely not the way it was intended to, because pretty much no one got banned.
Okay.
But I feel like if it did work, it would have like a good impact on everyone, because I feel like people without social media make it a lot easier to like live in the present and have fun while it lasts. But I feel like it also just the whole point of social media is pretty much to just keep up with everyone's lives and like to be in the loop.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like everyone would be so much better off without it. But yeah.
What actually teenagers they are looking for when they go to social media is to be in the loop. Is that what they're trying to get out of it?
Yeah, pretty much. And to just like update everyone with their lives and put on this fake face that everyone thinks is so great.
But what about those people who actually enjoy posting things online? They keep posting things and use your words, faking fake face on the social media. Why do they do that?
I feel like it's to like seem like you have this great life that everyone else wishes they had, and like to pretend that it's so like amazing and great. But in reality, you could be like struggling really bad and no one would know, but you would have this like fake persona online which just seems so great.
For the young teenagers, when they see other friends, they seem to have a great life. What kind of impact do you think you guys experience?
I feel like some people experience like envy through other people,
yeah.
Or like a form of like being left out or like not included, because it's like, say there was like this event happening and everyone was posting about it online. You could see on everyone's like Instagram or on everyone's like Snapchat.
Yeah.
But you weren't invited. That would make you feel like very like left out and unfair, and it would just like build up this like sense of not belonging.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's just not very fair on other people, and it's not very good.
Then when that happens, what people normally do if they say, okay, that group of people, they are inviting each other to the party, but they didn't invite us. What about those people who were left out? What do they do?
I feel like they have this like, I'm not really sure. It's like this like emotion that they like slowly build up, and it's unprocessed, and it's just like they have this urge to be part of that like group of people. It's like, I don't know how to word it. It's like a really bad sense of like unfairness and left out.
So are they going to form their own group? Do you reckon? Or
Probably.
They just feel sad, quietly?
Most of the time they try to join this popularity group, and it's like a popularity contest almost.
Oh, so there is one or a few popular groups and everybody wants to get in. And when you are not in, you feel excluded. You feel horrible about yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of things people like teenager would do, try to get into that popular group?
Like they just try to like seem cool, seem like they have this like fake persona that they don't, and most of the time it just goes horribly, and everyone just like hides these emotions that they feel.
To be included in those popular groups, they kind of fake themselves to be someone else, to fit in.
Yeah.
But do you think if they get into that group through pretending to be someone else, eventually, if they succeed, if they get in, do you think they really feel happy or not really?
Most of the time, not really, but people can feel like just happy with this like sense of belonging that they now have, and it's just like they finally achieved this final like fake goal of themselves and the people that they want to be with.
But do you think that's true belonging though?
No, definitely not.
It's not, right? So if it's not true belonging, and then you're not going to feel good, but the teenager will still try to do that. Have you seen anything like any silly things they have done just try to get into those popular group? Have you witnessed anything like that?
Personally, but
Yeah.
I have heard of like just people who like do really like bad things trying to like be part of this really cool group that they want to be part of.
What kind of bad thing?
Like they'll like get in trouble with like the police and stuff just to like try be this like fake version of themselves, or they'll like drink and like get like, or they'll use like substances and stuff.
So you think some people get in trouble with the police, or they use some drugs even?
Yeah.
One of the reasons underneath that is because they want to join some popular group.
Or most of the time they like want to try be cool and like want to try have this like fake persona of themselves.
So they think that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think the parents are aware of that when their kids are doing that?
Sometimes the parents are enabling it, but most of the times not. Most of the times they have no idea what they're doing and like, or what they could be like getting into.
So the parents have no idea.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. That's scary.
Yeah.
For
definitely.
parents. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So if social media disappeared, you would just imagine if we're not, right? We all know that. But
Yeah.
if social media disappeared tomorrow, what do you think teenagers would actually miss, and what wouldn't they miss?
I feel like the first like reaction they would have is like to try get back into something.
Okay.
They try get back like in the link with like all their friends and stuff before they would like try figure out what to do with themselves.
What do you mean by that?
Like already since the social media ban tried to happen,
Yeah.
everyone was trying to figure out a different way to like connect with their friends or do stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like they would definitely like miss the fact of being able to keep up with everyone else's lives, not just your own.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like something they wouldn't miss would definitely be like the stress of having like everyone being like on top of your life, knowing more than you do yourself.
Yeah. So you feel they miss the connection.
Yeah.
Right. So they still want to have that connection with friends, but they at the same time they don't want to know every detail about someone else's life, or no, you're not included, or you're not invited to a party or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So they will not miss that. Yeah. So if there's no social media, how would you maintain connection with your friends?
I feel like we would get so creative in like the best and the worst ways possible. Like I feel like some people would end up like sneaking out or like showing up at random people's houses at the most random times, or like other people would just like do all the like regular teenage stuff that you see in movies and stuff.
Yeah. So which way do you prefer? Do you prefer to have the social media in teenagers' life, or you prefer not having it and then just have like the olden days teenage life?
I would prefer just having a bit of social media, but not enough to be able to like see what's going on in everyone's lives at all times, you know?
Yeah.
Like maybe like a messaging communication app and that's it.
But you can use the phone to do that,
Yeah.
right? So you like you don't have to have the social media to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. So another topic I want to talk about is bullying. Have you seen bullying at school? I mean, not the dramatic kind in movie, right? So, but the everyday kind that's harder to name, just around your daily life. Have you seen any of those?
Yeah, I've definitely seen it, but thank goodness I haven't experienced it.
Yeah.
But it's just like these small things that like happen randomly at them, like, but often. It's like one like name call or one like push, and it's like it'll snowball into something like very often, like daily, or like, yeah.
What do you mean, the pushing and the snowball?
Like pushing and shoving, and then like teasing, and then like picking on them, or like getting them in trouble for no reason.
Okay. What kind of behavior you categorize as bully?
Anything that's like teasing for repeated amounts of time, like yeah.
The researchers, they will put bully into different categories, like online cyberbullying, physical bullying, verbal bullying, and social bullying. Have you seen all of them, or just see some of them?
Oh, I've seen most of them, but it's like most of the stuff that you'd expect to see, most people take very lightheartedly, so it doesn't get into this very big thing. And it's like, it's not the best thing, but it's like sometimes what can be classified as bullying, most people just take as like a light joke or teasing.
Can you give me some example?
Like if someone made a joke about you saying oh, you look weird or something, and it was like repeated, most people would just take that as a joke and not think of it as being anything serious. But then other people would take it like super seriously and like get like other people involved right away.
But do you think if someone teasing another person, right, repetitively, and do you think that counts as a bullying or not?
In certain scenarios, it would. Like if it's like a light shove every now and then I don't think it would count as bullying.
Yeah.
But if it was like something more serious, like shoving and pushing every day because they want something out of it, they just want a reaction out of it, then I feel like that'd be like bullying, because it's like not a joke anymore, it's like very serious, and it's like it hurts them.
What you just said is something actually many people overlook. Normally people will pay more attention to physical bullying because you can see the harm. But other type of bullying, the covert bullying, like teasing, name calling, and quietly exclude someone, that harm is not visible, right? Yeah. Do you think that happens a lot or not?
I feel like it definitely happens more than physical bullying happens, but most people just don't speak out about it, and it's like invalidated in a way to the point where it's like if you say something about it, it doesn't count as bullying, and you're considered like an overreactor, or like a liar.
Okay.
Especially since like verbal bullying or like cyberbullying, you can't see it, as you said earlier.
Yeah.
And it's like there's no like way you can see what happens.
So there's no evidence. Yeah, a cyberbullying probably it's easier to have evidence because you can screenshot whatever they say or post online, right? But I think the verbal bullying and the social exclusion, that type of bullying is hard to have evidence. Yeah. So I'm a teacher, right? So I work with primary school students. At this age, and many of them, if someone talk behind them or name calling, they are still willing to tell the teacher. But I am also aware in higher grades, when they experience bullying, they do not come to the teacher anymore, or they don't even tell the parents. Why is that?
I feel like they just like have the feeling that they're scared of it's gonna get worse, or it's gonna like then no one's gonna do anything about it if they do tell anyone. They're just scared that it's gonna escalate it instead of like de-escalating it if they do tell like an adult about it.
You mean the adults, including the parents and the teachers? Why they think that way? Did that happen before, or?
I feel like it's just like this, like, it's just this fear that some kids have that, like, their bully's just gonna get worse and because they're not gonna do anything about it.
But if they are bullied, they can't stand up for themselves. At the same time, they don't ask anyone's help. They don't tell parents. They don't tell the teachers. Then, which means the bully will carry on. They will keep suffer. So, what can we do as school, as teacher, or as parent to actually help the victim, the bystanders, even the bully themselves? Because I do believe the bully, they need help as well. So what adults need to do?
I feel like you can never tell when someone's like sick, like verbally being bullied, or like sometimes you can when it's physical, but it's very hard to tell and to like know what to do to help.
Yeah.
But I feel like most of the time you just need them to like speak up about it and tell you what's happening, and then you can move on from there by like probably like talking to the bully or talking to the bully's parents and seeing what they can do to like stop that from like continuing on, and seeing if like they need help, or like seeing if they need help.
Yeah. So what about the victim? They worry about if they tell someone, especially if they tell the school or tell the teachers, and the bully will escalate. About how can we as a teacher to address that fear?
You can have like for us, we've had like talks about it and like seminars about how to like prevent bullying or what to do if you see bullying and stuff happening in schools.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's also very helpful to like have someone, even if they're not being bullied, but have someone they can reach out to, or is it like a trusted adult to know what to like, know who to go to if you do see something like that happening, or if you like experience it.
Okay. If someone experiences bullying and they need to talk to someone, a mom, peer, teacher, or parents, which one they believe is the easiest to approach, easiest to talk to normally, generally speaking?
Generally speaking, I feel like teachers or parents are the easiest to talk to. It just depends on like who you are, because for teachers, it's like if you're not super close with your parents and you're super close with the teacher that you see like 5 days a week, it's just like way easier to speak up about them, and especially since if it's a classmate, then you can always like, they know how to like deal with that child because they like teach them. But if it's like, if you're very close with your parents and it's easy to speak to them, then it's very easy to also speak to them about like being a victim of bullying.
Yeah. Do you think the person doing the bullying always know what they're doing?
Yeah, some people take it very lightheartedly, even if like it's not like a joking matter. Like some people, they'll just they won't know that they're doing the wrong thing until someone says something about it to them, which then makes them like see it more clearly. But it's like if a kid continuously like teases another kid, then they definitely like sometimes will like slowly figure it out by themselves and be like, oh, that's the wrong thing, I shouldn't do that. But then some other kids, they like don't realize and they just keep going and they keep going until like something serious actually happens.
Oh, okay. All right. In school environment, what do teachers actually see versus what they miss and what actually happening in school in terms of bullying?
I think a lot of teachers do miss a lot, only because it's like you don't have eyes everywhere. You can't expect to see everything. Yeah. So it's very like hard to distinguish between like just a little joke versus like something that's like very serious and like actually bullying. And it's like you just like can't like expect to like know that, oh, this kid's bullying this kid's just teasing this kid. And it's like very hard to like control that as well, because it's not in your power to be able to like tell every kid what to do and when to do it. So it's like, from my perspective, I think teachers do miss a lot, but that's only because they like don't know what to like expect.
Yeah, to be fair, I would say some teachers, they might see more than others. And personally, if a student report to me, I would like to investigate. Because as you say, if it's only one occasion, that's not a big issue. But if we do not dig deeper to understand the history, it might happen repetitively for a long time, then that's a bullying. That causes damage on the victim.
I completely agree. I do think teachers, some teachers, not all of them, definitely not all of them, but some teachers, they do take stuff very lightheartedly in primary school and like below, because they just don't like think too hard about it and expect that something this bad could happen to something this small. But I feel like it's very common from primary to high school, because that's when like the most biggest like changes and everything happens all at once. So I do think teachers, like, some of them miss a lot of stuff and take the like very lightheartedly, only because they just don't think something like that bad could happen. And it's like, it's like some teachers, they just like they don't investigate any deeper into it, because sometimes they think it's a waste of their time because they don't expect anything that bad like bullying to happen. And if there's no like serious marks on the child, they don't believe in it.
Yeah, if they are too busy sometimes, sometimes because you're on playground duty, you have to look after the whole area. But well, that's the reality, which is sad. Is there anyone, a teacher or an adult or anyone who you think actually handles this well? What do they do differently?
I feel like in my high school, from my perspective, there are like these coordinators who their main job is to just like make sure everyone's safe and no one's like being dealt with this much bullying. And it's like, it's very helpful because it's like, that they're trusted and you can go to them if you need help. But then sometimes it's like, if there are like these teachers who they're overloaded with work already, they don't like know what to do, and they're just like too busy to get it all figured out.
It's about how how much the teacher care and how much effort they want to put in to investigate, to actually find out what's going on, right? Yeah. Do you think the girls and the boys experience bullying differently or similar?
I think it's pretty similar, but in some cases it can get really bad. But with boys, I feel like most of them stereotypically are pretty friendly with each other, but then sometimes it can get really bad if it gets to that point. But then with girls, also, like, most of them are friends with each other, but once something goes bad, they don't talk to each other at all, and it's just like this whole
Forever?
thing. Yeah,
or
it's
just
just
for a
this whole
period of
thing.
time?
For personally, it's like they have this like massive breakout, and everyone has to split sides. But then 2 weeks later, they'll be fine.
All right. Another thing I've noticed is like the friendship dynamic. For instance, you have 3 children in the friendship group, right? And sometimes 2 will fight over 1 in the middle. Do you think that's common?
I feel like with friend groups of 3, it's pretty common for there to either be these 2 people that are really close, or these 2 people that both want to be this one person's friend.
Yeah. Why is that? I don't understand. If you are 3 good friends, just play together happily.
Yeah.
Why they fight over 1?
I don't really get it either. It's just it's just this friendship thing that happens.
Yeah.
And I guess you can't really control it because you don't expect anything to happen.
Yeah, that's interesting. Thank you for listening. If you missed part 1, go back and listen. We talked about what children really need from their parents, and if this conversation meant something to you, share it with a parent who needs to hear it.